This is much cloudier than we normally get it. What a way to start, babe. Holy shit. You are rallying.
That was not on purpose, but maybe that will help my mood. I don't need any more than that.
Yeah, let's put this shit out. Hey guys, welcome to Too Much Intimacy. I'm Jester, and this is my hot wife, Phoebe. And we smoke weed and talk in sexy voices about whatever's on our mind.
Are you sure our voices are sexy?
Oh, well, your voice is sexy, I'll tell you that much.
Mid-cough?
Well, yeah, no, it's even more make-off. Reminds me what a dirty little stoner girl you are. Oh, God. You're very sexy, kitten.
Wow.
It's very sexy to me that you're allowing me to wear my hockey jersey on the podcast.
Yeah. You were real riled up about that?
I'm real riled up.
Well, you're pretty riled up. That's why you put it on.
I'm having a serious emotional moment.
Yeah.
So, I know it kind of seems like a joke, but like, I'm wearing Mikko Rantanen's jersey.
Yeah.
Who is a hockey player for the Colorado Avalanche, the Colorado Avalanche is like my team. Like, they're my home team. They're the team of the sports teams. So they're the ones that's closest to my heart.
Yeah.
You know, the Avalanche won the cup in '96 when I was 10 years old, and I was just like addicted ever since.
Your
And
head
like
exploded.
my head exploded, exactly. My whole personality changed. All of a sudden, burgundy was my favorite color. It was hot. I got so much pride in the state of Colorado when the Avalanche came from French Canada and won the Stanley Cup like the year after. That was awesome. Anyway, so it's like what's connected me and my dad in a lot of ways since I've moved away from Colorado, and me and my like best friend JD. We, like when we have nothing else to talk about, we talk about. It's like the thing, we talk about. We can always lean back on talking about hockey.
Mm-hmm.
We just have so much history with it.
Yeah.
And we were probably at our nerdiest when the Avs were really bad, because you got to be nerdy to stick with a bad sports team, because then you just got to be interested in all the young guys and the drafts and whatnot. Oh, because they're just losing all the time.
Wait, why does it make you nerdy to like a team that's not doing well?
Because you're still paying attention to. It's a little nerdy. You're like paying attention to losers. It's like Mets fans are a little nerdy, right?
I don't know.
But they're like nerds with heart.
Okay.
You're not really a sports person, so.
Well, I understand a little bit from before, but I just was hoping for a refresher.
Okay. Am I doing
It's okay.
a bad
I'm
job?
sorry. You can keep doing what you're doing. Just
We're
ignore
still
me.
going. We're still going. So Mikko Rantanen Kyle just jumped in my lap, by the way.
Yeah.
She's such a sweetheart. It was the nerdiest when the Avs were really bad, so they were picking high up in the draft.
Yeah.
So we would study the players that were coming up for the draft, like who are going to be the top 10 players. Like, ooh, are the Avs going to draft? You kind of root for them to lose because you want them to like draft higher. It makes it kind of fun. It's like, oh, are we going to get a top 5 pick? Anyway, this year the Avs had pick number 10 or 9, I think. So like a good one, but not like the highlight player.
Mm-hmm.
We're kind of deep in the weeds. We're like really finding out about these like 18-year-old kids from all over the world that are like really good at hockey. We're like watching their highlights and we're like, oh, we like this one.
Mm-hmm.
And Mikko Rantanen was the guy. He was this Finnish player. He is still Finnish. He was this Finnish player that JD and I both fell in love with, and we wanted them to draft him. And I remember being in the lobby of the hotel I was working at the time. And like following the draft on my phone and seeing it and like taking a break and going around to text JD about it, and it was like a big celebration. And then he became like the perfect like Batman or Robin to Nathan McKinnon's Batman, and the Avs are really, really good, and they finally won the Stanley Cup a couple of years ago. So he's been my favorite player for like 10 years now.
10 years?
10 years.
How old is this guy?
This guy's 29.
Oh, so he started young.
Yeah, these guys start young.
Okay.
Yeah, we drafted him when he was 18, and he made the team when he was 19, I think.
Okay.
So I've known Mikko Rantanen for 12 years, since he was 17. It's crazy, right? So he's like in the prime of his career right now, but he's in contract negotiations, and he wants more than...
So was he on that team for the whole time?
The whole time, yeah.
Okay.
He was on my team the whole time. And he was my favorite.
And what happened?
And he just got traded. And I'm going to the game tomorrow. My dad is in town.
That's fucked up, babe. What happened? Did you offend them or something?
I did. I did. I tweeted something poorly.
What did you tweet?
I don't know. I didn't tweet anything. I don't know.
Do you think
it's not my fault, is it? That Mikko got traded?
Oh, I probably shouldn't be egging you on this, but we were just talking about how in the first episode that we put on YouTube, were you talking a little shit?
I was. I said something about Mikko Rantanen. I said Rantanen's been lazy or something.
Do you think that he heard? Do you think he's one of the 12 views that we got?
He probably
on
is,
that
isn't
episode.
He probably is. I'm sorry,
did he?
guys.
Did he agree, or did they just do it against his will?
I think he kind of forced his way out.
Why?
Well, it's not that he forced his way out. It's just that he wants to get paid more than the Avs are offering him, and his contract is up at the end of the year.
How much was he getting paid?
He was getting paid $9.5 million a year, and he wanted to be getting paid $14.5 million a year.
Don't you think he's an asshole for doing that?
Yeah. I mean, but at the same time, his earning career is only, the first 15 years of his life. So it's like, all right, you got to get the bag while you can.
How many? But he's been doing this for 10 years, so how much money does he have right now?
I mean, I don't, he has,
Google
in
it.
his contract, you can Google this stuff. He probably has earned, 60 million or so.
All right, I guess this is what we're doing right now.
Yeah, Google Mikko Rantanen career earnings. 9.5 million over the last 6 years, and I forget what he was making before that. So that's like 60 million. I mean, that's don't ever do math live on the internet.
Well, I'm seeing here that he signed a 6-year contract for $55 million.
So that's his most recent contract. So he's made a little bit more than that. So yeah, he's probably around.
All right, let me just say something that I think in our most recent episode, or maybe the one before, there are only two, but it could have been. We were talking about billionaires.
Yeah.
And how there shouldn't
be billionaires.
There shouldn't be billionaires.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, babe, think about it. Your favorite fucking hockey player left the team that they've been on for 10 years because they wanted to make more money, and they probably have about $55 million right now.
Yeah.
What do you have to say about that?
Why
are you wearing his jersey?
Because
you're still his butt boy?
Hey, be nice.
I'm sorry. That was maybe a bit far.
I'm glad that you're defending me. I mean, I think I get it. It's a strong reaction. I agree. I'm surprised that you're coming down on the team side of this. Most people are pro player now. But you're like, no, come on. You got enough millions already.
I don't know. I mean...
But it's also okay, now shouldn't we be mad at the owner? It's just all right, just give him the extra $2 million, that you're trying not to pay him.
I don't know. I don't know where... I don't know what it was, babe. I don't know what these guys spend their money on. If they're like, no, we needed a new private jet this year.
Yeah.
We can't give you any more millions. And he's like, I need more money.
Well, I don't know, babe. I mean, what do you think he is worth? What do you think a hockey player should get paid?
Babe, I know literally nothing about any of this.
Okay. We're not trying to get into an economic discussion on how
I just really should not be getting into the weeds with this. touting off the way that I am.
You want to talk about unions? Are you a union buster?
Is there such thing as like a sports communist, like someone that thinks that they should all make the same?
No, but I mean, yeah, there is. I guess so. You're definitely a collective bargainer. I kind of think that's a really good point. Is like they have a salary cap, right? It's just like, shouldn't I'm sure the players do pay into, like, I don't know. I
don't know. I guess I guess on the other hand, like, I do understand that there's like this kind of mythological purpose that they serve for all these people, you know? It's like we don't have the gladiators anymore, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
But you have this, like, where you get invested in people's stories and like they come from a shitty background, or maybe they're like come from a background where they had all the money, like paying for all their special training and stuff.
Their dad was in the league before.
Exactly.
Because they're interesting stories. It's like, how did Mikko Rantanen get to be this like 17-year-old phenom that's just like one of the top 10 athletes in hockey that was born in, it's crazy. And so, JD and I fell in love with him, and the Avs won the Stanley Cup with him, and he was like the second best player. But like the Avs have 3 superstars, and he's the third fiddle. There's McKinnon and there's Rantanen. They're both super, like they're just generational superstars. And Rantanen is right there, so he kind of needs to go and prove that he's not Scottie Pippen.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, that one's for the sports fans out there. He needs to prove that he's not just. That he can be Michael Jordan. He's not just the second guy.
Oh, so he's on his... All right, so whatever. Maybe it's not about the money then, really.
It's not about the money.
The respect.
It's about the respect.
Yeah.
That's true. No. Anyway, I may not figure out my relationship with Mikko Rantanen tonight, but I'm in mourning. I've got a wound in my...
I can't believe you're going to the game. I'm telling you, babe. Your dad would think it was so funny.
I texted my dad.
Is there like a Halloween store open? Can you go get like a Grim Reaper mask and like a scythe and wear it with your Rantanen jersey and like get on the big screen? You should get a costume for your dad. You guys, he would have so much fun, like being like a, what do you call those guys?
Wow, we should do the pirate thing.
Why would you be pirates?
I don't know. 'Cause Mikko is, he's leaving town to get the gold elsewhere. He's a pirate. I don't know.
I like my one better.
Yours is better. All right. Maybe we should stop talking about hockey.
Just last thing. If you were going to be the Grim Reaper at the game, then what would your dad be? Did your dad bring a jersey?
Well, my dad is wearing the jersey that I got him for his 60th birthday. That is an Avs jersey with the number 60 on it and his last name. Why are you laughing at that? That's
sorry.
Probably the best gift I've ever given him.
It probably is. Wow, good job.
He loves it. I mean, like, it's my favorite.
I don't know why I don't understand why you have such a gift-giving complex if you gave that gift. I mean, it's so cheesy, but like, I'm sure your dad was so happy when he got it.
Yeah, I know.
Wait, babe, are you gonna get him one for 70?
Oh shit!
Isn't he turning 70 this year?
He's turning 70 this year. That's a good point. I got to get my dad a new jersey.
Come on, you gotta keep it up, babe.
Wow, yeah, it's time you get an update.
How long does it take for them to make them?
Oh, a couple of weeks. I could get it right. I could get it for him for his birthday. That's a great.
Your dad is gonna love it.
He is gonna love it.
I'm so glad that it's on this podcast, and so I don't have to write it down.
Thank
we're
goodness.
Listen to this later.
Yeah. Yeah. Even if like 5 people listen to this and then I don't pull it off, I'll feel the shame from 5 people. My dad's birthday is at the end of May. I'm sure it'll come up again because we're hoping to go to Europe to meet him there. We're hoping to do a little Europe trip.
Yeah.
Speaking of people who shouldn't be too rich, we're just gonna flit off to Europe in August.
What?
We live a good life.
I don't like what just happened there.
What? I was commenting on the privilege that we have to live at a time where you can just flit off to Europe.
The dollar is the same as the euro right now. We've got to go.
In fact, we have to.
It's kind of got to go.
It's an economic responsibility that we go.
I wish that I was making a salary right now so that I could like plan to like bring huge suitcases over.
Oh my God.
And just like go to town and like get art for the house.
That would be so fun.
Just dying.
It was really fun to do that in Scotland. Even though we didn't have a suitcase, it was fun.
Even though we just got small stuff, yeah.
I like shopping with you.
Yeah.
Especially now that we're talking about wallpaper in certain areas of the house.
Oh my God. I don't know if we should get into this right now.
Oh yeah? Is it too exciting for you?
It's exhausting for me, babe.
Exhausting?
Stop!
I don't want to exhaust you.
You know what's funny?
What?
So I told you that, just for a little context, I was in Maine for like 3 days this week because we had a meeting with a new like potential. Anyway.
Yeah.
Shouldn't talk too much about work on this, but we had a great meeting with like people who we realized would be like our ideal design partner. And like anyway, just like our consciousness kind of expanded. We're like, wait a minute, we're like right there, like doing all these things that we always wanted to do and we always thought was like in the distant future, to like have the opportunity to work with someone who's like fucking amazing at what they do and like very established. And anyway, we got that opportunity and I'm forgetting already what this is connected to. Can you help me out?
I think it's, well, I was going to say it's connected to like the universe saying, like, reminding you, you know, like you're this close, you know, like it's nice when you get such a clear reminder, because it's like sometimes it's tough, you know, when you're.
Sometimes it's tough for like a while and
for
you're
like
like,
a long time.
Oh my God, I'm pretty sure I am supposed to be doing this, but like feels like I'm getting a lot of doors slammed in my face.
Yeah.
For like a while.
Yeah. It's a very scary, vulnerable thing to do.
Yeah.
To work for yourself. It's like
I can't remember what I was gonna drop back to. Oh, I hope I remember later.
Yeah. Well, it'll come back.
Do you think this is a problem?
No.
With our podcast?
No, I don't think it's
this
a problem.
This happens every episode.
What? You get the yips, babe. You're getting used to it. This is your fucking third time.
I don't think it's yips.
It's not the yips, babe.
I think it's the weed. I think it's the weed.
I think it's, you're just not, I mean, yes, it's probably the weed.
Do you think, okay, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
I know the answer, but I just have to ask you.
What?
Do you think that we have a problem and we smoke too much weed? Sometimes I get in my head about it when I forget something and I'm like, oh, didn't I like also forget something like this? Like,
yeah.
2 times ago or something?
Yeah, I know. You're like, oh crap, did I shit?
Like, am I becoming an idiot?
Yeah, exactly. You're like, oh man, there's definitely some facts that I used to know in there. No, I blamed that on age. I'm just like, what I'm doing is just like, my brain's just getting a little older.
Sometimes though, like, sometimes I do it consciously. Sometimes I'm like, I'm using too much of my brain. It hurts.
Exactly.
It's that so much that it physically hurts, and like I need to kill some of these brain cells. I actually feel like that sometimes, because then I can like more easily be in the moment when I'm not like so like fucking razor sharp. It's like it's a little much sometimes.
Yeah, it is a little much. We should try transcendental meditation. We should. I've tried it. I'm no good at it.
Why are you saying that?
Well,
do you seriously want to do that, or are you making a joke?
I would love to try, but I know that I would not. I know that I don't have it in me. I'm not like I'm not a meditation guy. I mean, maybe I could be. I don't know.
What do you mean? You did meditation on and off for a while. By the way, your like eye patch is not fully on.
Oh, babe, you didn't set up the eye patch. Wow.
It's fine. I don't think anyone else can tell but me. I'm like looking at you.
No, I will be able to tell.
Just
because there's like this. There needs to be an arc. Oh my God, this is.
Do you think this podcast will ever become like
anything?
No, I mean like like not like finding itself like every 5 seconds.
I think that's the charm of it, babe. Honestly, I think that's the charm of it. I think people want to stick around to watch us just fumble our way through being on the internet. I think people will love it.
If nobody loves it, I think we will love it.
I'm having a blast.
You know, if we have the privilege of making it to be like 75 years old.
Yeah.
I would probably fucking love to watch this when I was 75. Unless I've just like evolved so much consciously that I'm just like, you know, talking to angels and like cool dead people all the time and I'm like not even in this reality.
Yeah.
Then if that doesn't happen, then I'll probably love to watch these later.
Yeah. You know what I want? I want the grandparents of today watching this.
What do you mean the grandparents of today?
I want our prime audience to be an older audience.
Really?
People in their 70s. Yeah. I think it's a revolution.
Serious?
I think it'd be amazing. I think that's the best compliment we could ever get. I don't want X amount of followers. I want to have like a good solid following and I want it to be from fucking boomers who figured out their way onto the podcast circuit.
How many of them do you think exist? I mean, I guess
sure
we know
millions,
we know 3.
But yeah, but do any of our parents listen to podcasts?
Our parents don't.
I mean, my father and stepmother are deaf.
They literally don't. I mean, they could watch this though.
They could watch exactly.
With
they could
captions.
Watch this, and I think they'd enjoy it. I'm telling you, I want to be grandparents.
I think they would. I think
they'd enjoy it if it was someone other than us. You know, if
no,
we were
I think they would enjoy
characters.
watching us for, I don't know. That'll be the test. Like, how much do they really like us? How much can they stand to watch of this?
Yeah, that's the truth.
There's no way they could watch a whole one.
Dad, tell me how much you love me in the comments.
Do you think?
Can you imagine? Are we gonna send this to my dad?
We might have to do like the proper. We might have to figure out how to start doing the proper captions because, to be honest, the 3. Okay, no. Not the 3, but one of the boomers, if you add these 2 other ones, 3.
That's right, we do have
the 3 of them who we would actually like allow to watch this.
There are
they
2
need the closed captions or they don't get it.
Dude, it's true. We got to do the closed captions.
I feel like we need an assistant, but we don't have any money to pay them.
Yeah, sorry guys. Anyway, we love the boomers. The boomers get a lot of shit, but we love them. I mean, it's not their fault. They fucked up the world.
It's not their fault.
It's not their fault.
They were so abused.
They were stumbling out of
World
World
War II.
War
They were so abused as kids.
Come on, we just discovered fucking nuclear power. These guys grew up during the fucking Cold War. They got their issues, man.
What do you think can you like give me a snapshot in like 60 seconds of like what you think it was like to be however old they were in the Cold War, like at school? What was their mentality like?
I think it probably was like mostly like ours. But with the looming threat that it's just like, hey, the end times could be here at any time.
That's what our life is like. It's the same thing.
But it didn't feel like that for a while.
For us?
It's back to that. Yeah, I mean, I guess, you know, now we're going to start talking about 9/11 and shit, but, you know, like, the world felt pretty safe until 9/11 for an American. I imagine that it didn't feel quite as safe back in the 70s when he was growing up. You know, New York wasn't known as a safe place back then. Boston, he grew up outside Boston, so he was probably all right, but what are you doing with your face?
Do you think that's like the barometer, babe, of like how safe like the American consciousness is like whether or not it's safe in New York City?
Yeah, 1,000%.
As people who like whose parents definitely did not go there.
My dad went there once or twice.
Okay.
What do you mean about our parents? Your parents? Yeah, because we grew up very far from the city. We grew up in the West.
Yeah. I was just making fun of you, basically, because, our brains, like, live as if that's, like, the center of the world.
Yeah, well, New York...
But you and me, not actually our family. That's not...
No, yeah, exactly. Except for you and me are correct, and New York City is the center of the world. And everybody who says that it's not, they're just jealous. Listen, it's a fucked up city.
It kind of is.
I mean, like, it's one of them. Come on. I love New York. It's amazing. I'm not going to lie. When we were in London, I was like, ooh, I kind of like London a little better than New York right now.
Do you?
So, like, as far as English-speaking cities, as far as the big ones, like London, L.A.
I have to meet, but the thing... Okay, I don't know exactly why you feel that way about London, because, like, we didn't really hang out with any English people there, but, like, I don't really want to talk trash at all, because but I have spent time around enough English people to be like, I don't know that I know any that are like us, if that makes sense. I feel like a lot of New Yorkers are like us on, like, a DNA level. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, what do you what part of us? Like the psychedelic part of us? Like the like hippie crunchy granola, but still doing yoga and being sexy part of us?
All those things. No, I just mean, like, kind of a base consciousness and, like, understanding and feeling of connection with each other and connection with, like, real weirdness and, like, dark humor. Like, I feel like there's just, like, a grit. And I don't think that there's... I mean, I didn't know enough there, but I didn't get a sense that there was that same, like, grit.
It's because you haven't read Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Are they in London there, and is it gritty?
No, London's blown up there. But, like, yeah, you gotta... Oh, this is terrible. What? This is awful. Can you hear what's happening in my voice? Oh, geez, I gotta go down to the real sexy gravelly level.
Wow, what happened?
You can't hear it in my voice?
I can, but, like, how did it happen?
I got stuff in my throat. This is high quality audio.
You got a hairball?
I got a phlegm ball.
You gotta cough it out.
We should really start taking care of our voices if we're gonna do this. Can you imagine being a Broadway star and doing this shit 8 times a week?
Can you imagine, babe, if you and me got so committed, like, we're, like, as if we're trying to train for the Olympics, like, we're, like, Celine Dion, and we're like, all right, now we are professional podcasters, which means
oh my God.
We don't have any dairy for our voices. We don't smoke. That's what Celine Dion does. Celine Dion is, like, fucking serious about her shit.
I know.
What if we became psychos like that for, like, our 12 listeners?
Well, you know.
Actually.
It's a kind of our responsibility, too, to be honest, because if we can combine the sounds of Bub's purrs at that perfect healing, you know, once we get a nice microphone, we can just capture these cats purring and just, like, we can have calming conversation. We capture that with a real nice microphone. We'll heal the world.
How are we going to do that, by the way? Because they haven't been coming over to the mic.
No, that's some magic, what we got to do. We were really intentional about it before. We have to seduce the cats into coming here a little better.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
You know.
Makes sense.
We had pretty wild energy at the start of this one. You know, Miko Rantanen had just been traded.
Oh, we had a lot of energy at the start of this episode?
Yeah.
Oh, so it was, like, a little much for them?
I think so. And also, like, yeah, we weren't as intentional about bringing it closely. I also think they're more interested in the fireplace downstairs right now. You know, because, ooh, I almost revealed my identity there. I think that... Oh, no. I got the giggles.
You got the giggles?
Come on. You gotta pull me out of this one.
I'm sorry, babe. I'm not, like, tuned into that joke. I was floating away, I think, a little bit.
This is...
I don't understand why you said that. Was it because you almost lifted your eye patch off?
Yeah, exactly. Okay,
so you're just laughing at your dumb joke.
I'm laughing at my dumb joke.
Okay, that's fine.
That's fine. Oh, this is just It's just a love song to Miko Rantanen. It's such an interesting little life we're living, huh?
What? What life?
Just living in a time where we can just like, oh, I'm just going to follow along with this person. Just be fans of this celebrity. Isn't it weird? Isn't the concept of celebrity weird?
And what do you mean, in what way?
Just that, like, we have these heroes, you know, that just do this, like, gladiator thing. And we're, like, get emotionally tied into them just doing their job, you know, because we put a camera on them.
Yeah. No, I don't know. It's like any other art, you know? You like get connected to a character because your story resonates with them, and then you feel a special connection. Like, it makes sense.
Yeah. I was listening to music downstairs before, and it was just like my liked songs on random, and Dear Evan Hansen came on. Ben Platt as Evan Hansen and Dear Evan Hansen,
okay.
On Broadway, and I'm not a huge musical person. I like them when they're good, but like mostly I'm just like, oof, they're not. So I'm not like trying to see too many musicals, but obviously like the musical is the American like theater,
right.
you know, piece. It's what we do, and Ben Platt originated the character of Evan Hansen, and like so I was listening to the soundtrack, and this song Words Fail, and like even in the soundtrack he's so good, he's so committed, his voice is so pure and clean, and at the same time filled with emotion, and he's nailing every single note, and his visual performance was just as good as his audio performance. He was just as good live, and it's one of those like the music came on and I'm just like, damn, I am so glad I saw that performance live, you know, because like it's
What is that story about?
Oh, don't make me do the plot of Dear Evan Hansen. Let's see.
Well, can't you just do a quick summary?
Oh, a quick summary of Dear Evan Hansen.
I don't know anything about it.
All right, so
Did somebody die?
Yeah, so Dear Evan Hansen is a story about a kid named Evan Hansen who, like his, oh God, I haven't explained this show in so long.
Did he like die when he was young?
No, so like this kid at school, this Evan Hansen's bully commits suicide. And apparently he had a letter. Oh, and Evan Hansen had written a letter to himself that morning, like pumping himself up, like, Dear Evan Hansen, today's going to be a good day, right? And then the bully bumps in and takes his journal and then goes and kills himself, right? And so the sister, who Evan Hansen has a crush on, finds the journal and sees Dear Evan Hansen and thinks it's a suicide note. And Evan Hansen knows that it's just his little self thing, but all of a sudden he's getting all the attention.
People think that the journal is his bully's journal?
Yeah, his bully's journal and that like the last thing he wrote, not the last thing he wrote, but like a letter that he wrote before he killed himself.
Whoa, that's a little...
It's dark. And he rides the fame of that to like his dream life. He gets like a social media following. He gets the girl who happens to be the dead kid's sister. Like he reconnects with his mom, but he has to live the whole, and then he has to learn that it's the wrong thing to do.
Okay.
He gets himself entwined and all that. How morality plays are.
Do you like this morality play, though?
I liked it a lot. It's really good, and Ben Platt's performance was incredible. It's like one of those...
When did it close?
That's a good question.
It's okay, you don't have to.
It closed a couple years ago. It survived the pandemic. But Ben Platt was only in it for the first year. And then his career is kind of like, I feel like that's been his peak career, and he's kind of just hanging on. He might have done like a TV thing or something. Now he's just kind of like he's amazing. He hasn't found his next role. When he finds his next role, dude, he's amazing. He's amazing. He's like trying to put out albums now, though.
Yeah.
I can't believe I'm such a theater dork. I'm excited. We're going to a musical tomorrow.
That's right. What musical are we going to tomorrow?
We're going to see Wonderful World, the Louis Armstrong musical.
Is it about his life?
I think so. It's his music. I haven't done my research.
Cool.
I don't actually like doing research. But, I used to.
It's okay. You can just ask ChatGPT now.
Exactly. How's your relationship with ChatGPT going?
Pretty good. I wouldn't say I use it all the time, but when my biz partner and I were redoing this presentation, this updated pitch deck for this company that we might try to work with, we had to do a lot of writing about what our process is in a new light kind of, and redo our bios and talk about the work.
Yeah.
And anyway, it made it a lot. We were churning a lot of stuff out, and it made it a lot easier. You get a pretty decent rough draft, and then you put it in ChatGPT, and it smooths the transitions, and you can try to get different versions of the same sentence if it's not flowing. Anyway,
nice. You gotta send me the outline that you did, how you structured it. I need to read that.
Oh, if you want to.
I do want to. It's a good exercise.
Yeah.
We just did a little branding exercise also.
Yeah.
It's called the branding compass.
How did it go?
I don't know. It was a good exercise. I don't remember all the elements, but I'm glad that we did it.
You feel like you articulated things about your company that...
But what we wanted it to be, yeah.
Yeah, we did the same thing.
Yeah. It's kind of like putting a spell on yourself, especially when you're doing it as a collaborative thing.
Yeah.
It's all right, well, we each get to say what we think the company is, and hey, now it's in the ether.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what these guys were telling us that we met with. They were we're reading this book right now about the why. What is your why?
Yeah, what is your why?
And going in deep, penetrating to the center of your passion, your truth. What are you trying to do?
Yeah.
What are you really trying to do? And putting it out there so that people feel it, and you attract, the thing that you're shooting for, a magnet. You attract the right people to you. That's what they were talking about.
Yeah.
And we were sounds like something that we need to do.
Yeah, it does. It does.
Yeah.
My kitten.
Yeah.
It's kind of sad that kittens aren't here.
Well, I think the camera can see them.
I think we need to we haven't been the coziest this episode. We need to bring the cozies.
You want to get cozier?
Oh my gosh. What?
Do you want to get cozier, I
Yeah.
said?
I haven't gotten used to wearing this microphone yet.
Whoa, all the way cozy?
All the way cozy. You can't just go cozy. You gotta go all the way cozy.
Okay. We go all the way cozy. I can't see you though. I gotta figure this out. Oh my god. This is real.
Well, we don't have to go all the way cozy if you don't want to.
I do want to. I'm just not finding my spot.
Mm-hmm.
This is comfy, dance. But I just can't see your face.
Well, let's imagine that we are...
It's not gonna work, babe. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I have to see your face.
You what? You have to see
if I don't see your face, I'm just gonna float into outer space.
That could be interesting. Hot girl floats into outer space. Well, his husband. Well,
is that
her
the name?
husband
Is that the name of the episode, babe?
Hot girl
floats into outer space.
Fucking
Wait,
nailed it.
Okay, if that's gonna be the name of the episode, though, we have to give that.
Hot girl floats into outer space. All right, get there, get down there, babe.
Get down where? No, stop. I need to do it. You have to float into outer space too. You just won't be mentioned in the floating.
We're just gonna have to make sounds at each other. We could totally just have like kind of a gibberish talk.
Shut up, I'm floating.
You doing a little spell there, Kitten? You are, aren't you? You're doing a little spell. You do a little outer space floating. Aren't I supposed to be talking
This
to
one's
you?
for my business. This one's for my business partner, who better make it to episode 3, by the way.
Oh yeah.
This is me. I'm floating, and I'm floating in all the good things that are coming our way.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Okay.
That's gorgeous.
I think that was a lot of time to risk something that could have looked extremely odd and unattractive.
I think it could have. I mean, there's no way it looked unattractive.
I don't know.
It might look
Definitely
odd.
didn't vet that angle.
It might look odd, but it's not going to be unattractive.
Okay. All right. I felt myself winding down. Is there anything you want to close with?
Well,
or
got
like
to 41 minutes on
is
this
there any
one.
topics you want to close with? We don't have to end right now.
Oh, I forgot about our topics. We should probably have like show notes or something.
Oh my god.
We talked about Miko Rantanen. That's really all that was on my mind when we came into this. That's the like thing I needed to process. I needed to process Miko Rantanen's trade.
Okay, maybe I need to process something.
What do you want to process?
I'm just thinking about couples therapy earlier.
All right, we're changing turfs.
Not that I want to go into that, but what we talked about in couples therapy just made me think like, oh, maybe I want something.
Wait, we talked about a bunch of things in couples therapy, and one of them, I'm not sure if we were talking about or not.
It was more. It's not. We're not talking about any of it. I'm just talking about a theme that I grasped
All right, so
that floated into me.
What's the theme before I make it up?
The theme is maybe if you needed to do something in this episode and you did it. The theme is maybe I had something that I needed
to do in this episode.
And it was not hot girl floats in outer space. I'm sorry, that was definitely not it.
I think it might have been.
That was yours also. So you got like 2 things.
I got hot.
I need at least one thing.
All right, what do you got? What do you need? What do you need? Anything?
What do I need? I think I need a pet coyote, but
we need to get closer to the camera.
Yeah, but that's like the thing that we do at the end. That's not like part of my need, okay? That's just the thing.
We got a pet coyote.
I don't know what I need.
Oh, well.
It's pretty anticlimactic.
You're learning quite a lesson live on the internet for everybody. You don't know what you need. All right. Were we just talking about couples therapy?
Breaking news.
Breaking news. She doesn't know what she needs. She's trying to get it from you.
This could be the interaction part of the episode. It could be a fun game. Why don't the viewers guess what I need?
Oh my god, I'd get humiliated. Oh my god.
No, not like that. Okay, something that I could need is like a really, really good, healthy chocolate brownie.
Ooh.
That could be a need that I have.
That's a need we can require. That's a need we can.
What time is it? I wish we could go to that pie shop.
It's too late to go to the pie shop. It's definitely too late. It's 44 minutes into the episode, which is, closing segment time. So I guess we got to come up with our outro.
We have to go up
get
here
up there
for the outro.
That's right. Guys, just imagine this, but from my view. It's so hot.
Okay. I understand we started this podcast like thinking that nobody is going to watch it except for like maybe 2 people that we talked about starting it with. But now
4 people
we're
have watched
actually
it.
sending it to people and I'm like It's okay.
Oh, I totally forgot to frame this part.
Usually we get a little bit closer, but maybe we don't need to because my lips are pretty chapped.
Hey, guys. Thanks for coming. What's up?
The point of this is not for you. This is actually for us.
Yeah, exactly.
This is like...
What are you doing for us? What have you done for us lately?
Okay, okay. Okay, so now we have to do like a sweet little sign off. What?
Nothing. What are we doing? A moment of silence? For all the people we just slew through the camera? Slew as in past tense of slay. Slain? For all the slain.
Okay,
all right.
Okay, that's
moment of silence for all the slain.
Okay. Rub your kitten's husband's noses.
Mm-hmm.
And
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
it's not coming. Are we gonna cut this out?
No. Yes, we will cut this out. But I also want to get your levels up a little.
Oh my god.
All right. You're in your head. It's okay. We're going right for...
Okay. Stare your aliens in the face.
Stare your aliens in the face.
Lick your chapped lips.
Lick your chapped lips.
And then do googly eyes at all your neighbors.
Do googly eye singular. For me. And all your neighbors. You heard it first. Here on Too Much Intimacy.